Okay. Waiting for a few more people to get here before I end up going a little rant about a few things because I'm not really happy tonight. And it's only, what, Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. So, hi everyone. Let's just say I have a few problems that's been on my mind lately, and I just feel like venting them out because I can't really talk to anyone else about these problems. And I can't really call my cousin because she's busy. I can't talk to my parents because my dad gets mad too much. He has a quick temper. I say the wrong thing, he gets mad and it shuts me out of his room. I can't really talk to my boyfriend because then it's going to create a whole big ass argument and I don't feel like having multiple headaches. So, I feel like I should talk about it here since, all the other people I mentioned, can't really talk to them without there being some kind of huge fucking fight happening. So, thought I would go talk about them here since, I got nothing else to do. I couldn't focus on playing Splatoon 2 because I lost 3 games in a row. I can't fucking focus when my dad's watching fucking sports because the dumbass keeps fucking yelling. Anyway. So now I'm in my room. Now I'm about to discuss a few things. If you do not like swearing, please leave. If you do not like yelling, I would recommend you leave. If you don't like swearing or yelling, I recommend you leave because I'm probably going to do either one or both of them because honestly, I'm more pissed than I am upset. So, this event happened let's say about 2 months ago. We're in June now. I want to say between the months of March and May. So, me and my boyfriend of now, I'm guessing 7 years, we had a fight about trust, basically, right? See, y'all know me. I'm an October Scorpio. My boyfriend is a March Aries. Okay, so you could say we tend to clash a lot because, we're both toxic in our own ways. So let's say, because, we were on a phone call one night, all right? We, my boyfriend was mad at them. He wasn't really mad. He was more upset at the time, all right? So, like, we were on the phone and I was trying to see why he was upset because he was upset and he was talking to me about his problems, right? So, as a girlfriend, I would listen and hear my boyfriend out to see why he's so upset, right? So, and then all of a sudden he asked me about the story, the story I told y'all. Oh, hello. The story I had told you guys like a few months ago about how this boy who was my neighbor, how he basically played me. Y'all know about that story. We were talking about him, and my boyfriend asked me, did I trust him? I told him I didn't trust the boy 100% because he wasn't pursuing me like he did back in middle school, right? So I told my boyfriend I don't trust him 100% because I know what happened to me in the past. He said, okay. And then I forgot what question I asked because it was a few months ago. And sometimes I can't remember certain events clearly like I used to when I was younger. Then, out of nowhere, I asked my boyfriend, did he trust me? And he told me at the time that he didn't trust anyone. And that anyone portion included me. And, I felt some type of way because I was just like, because, we were basically on and off throughout our whole relationship. So, and that made me feel some type of way. So, instead of actually talking to him about it, I kind of got mad And I just kind of said I didn't really want to talk anymore. And, next thing you know, I just got off the phone. I didn't speak to him for like a few days because I was that pissed. Because, it's like with me, I kind of get upset when a loved one or somebody I care about tells me they don't trust me. I just be feeling like, then what's the point of continuing friendship or relationship if there's no trust within that? Because that made me feel some type of way. So I got pissed about it. So I just didn't want to talk to him no more because I was really I was pissed. And then the next few days go by, right? We haven't spoken to each other. And then whenever we did, it ended up being a big argument or just a whole nother fight. And then one day I finally just settled down, I guess, but I was still fucking mad. And then next thing you know, after we talked about it, sort of, we just ended up taking a break. That break didn't really last long like I thought it was going to, because the break was supposed to take a week, and we weren't really together during that break. So, you know, y'all know what happened. Like, when we talked again after our little break, my boyfriend told me he started talking to other women. And, during that whole break, I was basically having mental breakdowns after mental breakdowns. Because, with the Gotcha Disney thing and then me just being upset, I couldn't sleep a few days. I stayed up a few nights. I basically pulled one all-nighter. Um, let's just say during our break apart, I was honestly going through it. And I was crying for him. It's okay. Basically, I was just going through it through that whole break. And honestly, when he told me that, I didn't show it in my voice. But, honestly, I was like really like high key pissed off that he did that because even though we're not together, you immediately start talking to other women after we go on a break. We were we took a break to focus on ourselves. But next thing you know, you go ahead and start talking to other people right after we take a break. While you, on the other hand, are talking to other people, I'm on the other hand is going through mental breakdowns and stuff. I'm losing a lot of sleep because I'm putting schoolwork ahead of my mental health and everything else. Honestly, to me, that right there was a red flag, and I should have seen that sooner. But I don't know why the fuck I didn't just say anything. Cause I don't know. I'm not as blind by love like I used to be when I was younger. So part of me wanted to fucking curse him out for that, and then part of me just wanted to be like, okay. I mean, I can't really call it cheating because we weren't together during that time, but at the same time, when we took a break, you go ahead and start talking to other people like right afterwards because you want one thing. And I'm gonna be honest, when he told me that, I kind of started believing what my dad told me about, boys and stuff, how sometimes until you find the right one who love everything about you and not just your body, that just kind of threw me off when he told me that. But I'm gonna have a I don't I'm gonna have a chat with him when I get a chance, probably tomorrow, because I know he has to go to work. And then on the other hand, I couldn't focus on playing the video game because all I hear in my ear is my dad fucking yelling like a fucking crazy ass maniac. Like, well, why the fuck are you yelling? Yeah, triggered. That is too soon. You wouldn't believe the reason why he told me. Like, you wouldn't believe the reason he told me he did that. The reason, it just honestly pissed me off because then it just basically brought me back to what my dad told me to, like, watch out for that and stuff. Like, I noticed a bunch of red flags when I talk to people, you know? He basically, my boyfriend, told me that he started talking to other women because, he wanted to, quote unquote, do it. But I'm just like, I'm here. We were on a break. You suggested that we take a break, but you go ahead and do this shit. That kind of pissed me off about it. Like, something told me to just go off and say something, but I was too upset at that time, and I was too upset to even get mad. Every bone in my body told me to get mad, and I didn't. Honestly, I was pissed. Sometimes I be hoping my boyfriend watches these because half the time he can't see how I exactly feel about the certain shit that he does unless I tell him. But, like, it's kind of annoying because it makes me feel some type of way, but then, like, when I tell it to you, somehow either you can grasp it or you can't fucking grasp it. Like, I don't fucking get it. And then when we talking now, it's like part of me just feels like he's not really growing up yet. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to, because, there be times where we be joking around and stuff, and then it gets a little out of hand, but I don't want every conversation, what the hell? I don't want every conversation to be about such, adult matters. Like, it's a bit annoying. Yeah, but that was like back when we had a really big fight. Part of me felt like we should have just ended things like right then and there and never got back together, but I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Honestly, I do need to have a talk with him about it because I didn't really tell him the whole truth about everything because part of me just feels like I'm just too upset about it. Like, And then, like, now, you see how you said that trigger? That's what he told me. And I kind of felt like I was being guilt tripped into that. Because he told me that, I've become more toxic. I haven't been showing enough love towards him. And I haven't really been caring about the relationship. And he says only he has. But I'm going to be honest, that's bullshit because I have been caring. But just because I get mad at you and then I don't want to talk to you about certain things because you piss me off, like, then all of a sudden after I say, like, I don't want to talk to you no more or anything like that, just for a little while, you all of a sudden say that I no longer care or some shit like that. Like, I kind of feel like I'm being guilt tripped right there. I really do. That's honestly how I feel, because, like, it's a little crazy, so. And then when I tried to break things off before, because I was a little pissed with him and I didn't really want to go through having multiple headaches, after I told him we should just end things right here, he started going off about why he's so upset and saying how, like, I'm treating him like I never actually loved him and that he's the only one caring about the relationship, and on the other hand, for some reason, I'm not, when actually I was. But see, this is why I feel like I can't really enjoy love or feel happiness, because for some reason problems get turned on to me, and then when I say let's just end things right here and there, for some reason it always ends up being my fault, which I don't understand. Which is why I honestly do feel better being single, because I don't have to worry about relationship problems. I won't have headaches every time I turn around, and I won't get pissed off at my partner because look, I'll be single. I won't have one. And then honestly, when he told me that he started talking to other people, I should have just ended it right then and there, because what the fuck was the point? It didn't make sense. Honestly, because like I really started really thinking about these things, and then when I was playing Splatoon 2, I couldn't really focus on ranked because it was getting to me. Like, these are concerns I should have addressed with my boyfriend, and I never did. So, after this live stream, I'm going to try to confront him before he goes to work. Because I'm not going to keep having this stress in my mind all the time. I don't want it to keep being there. I don't want to have to keep thinking about it. Because honestly, these are red flags I should have addressed like a long time ago. And honestly, part of me just feels like I do not know why we keep getting back together. Because every time we break up, it seems like for good, and then out of nowhere, feelings start redeveloping, and then we get back together, and then boom, problems arise again. You will not believe how many times we've been on and off. Like, it's been way too many times, and it should not be like that. That's because I got into a relationship way before I was supposed to. Like, my parents told me I couldn't start dating until I was 16. I started dating him when I was 13. 3 years before I was supposed to. And it's not that I gave him a second chance. I gave him way too many chances. We gave each other way too many chances. We have. And I honestly just feel like that. I just feel like we need to. I don't think we are right for each other, because part of me really just thinks that. Because honestly, me analyzing the situation that we had, I just feel like that was a little wrong. And sure, he wasn't this bad throughout the entire relationship, no. It only gets this bad when we have bad fights, and then we end up not talking to each other. That's the problem. But me thinking about it more thoroughly, I just feel like we probably shouldn't have gotten back together, because problems keep happening. And then when he told me that one of his friends doesn't really like me because of what happened before, honestly, I feel like that we really shouldn't be together, because if anything, when we were on the phone talking about it, it seemed like he would defend his friends more than he would defend me. But it's honestly a little crazy, because it's just like, then why the hell am I here? Even though he told me he wouldn't pick sides, the way he was talking to me, it sounded like he was going to pick sides. In all honesty, I just don't need these headaches no more. And my cousin told me months ago to drop him, and I should have. But I don't know, because for some reason we keep running back to each other. And honestly, we shouldn't. We both should have just moved on and went about our days. But, I don't really know what to do at this point. Because if anything, I just feel like that I don't really have any more love left. And I hate feeling like that, because I don't want to hurt him. But every situation that we've been in, it's hurt me more than it hurt him, because I'm always the one who gets. Because every time we have an argument, somehow I ended up getting proven wrong, and then I feel guilty, and then I feel like the bad guy, and I hate feeling like that. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I just don't really feel like, I don't really feel love that much anymore. Not when I did, when I was regaining feelings. I didn't feel any more love left, to be honest. And I do wanna, I don't know, I should tell him all of this, because honestly, this is how I actually feel, and I don't really know we should actually continue talking, to be honest. Continue even being together, because I just don't think I just don't think we're right for each other anymore. Like I felt years ago, because I just I just don't think this is okay. I really don't. And then what hurt me most is when he told me he was talking to other people while we were on a break. That's what hurt me most. And I should have just called it right then and there, and part of me just didn't. So, you know, I'm gonna talk to him tonight before he goes to work, because I need to address it, and I need to hurry up and do it before he actually leaves, because I can't keep going through this, and I can't keep leading him on either, because I just don't really feel love for him anymore. I really don't. I keep making myself believe that I do, but at at the end of the day, I just feel like I don't. I don't want to have fake feelings. I don't want him to think that I'm leading him on either, but I really need to talk to him about it. So, I'm gonna end this live for tonight, and then I'm gonna tell y'all tomorrow how it went, the talk, if I can get him on the phone tonight, okay? So, thank you all for helping me out in the comments, and thank you for listening. But I'm gonna end the live for tonight, okay? Because I'm a little too upset. So, good night.